share my story and connect with the beautiful women on this panel here. I would love to take a few minutes to share my story. It's a lot of common connections. I could resonate quite a bit with Karpakam's story, with Elena's story, and I'm sure many other moms also. There are common elements. I call this as the rise up story, right? And I'll share a little bit about what that means. And it's this constant pursuit of purpose. The question that I kept asking, and I didn't know I was asking it when I was younger, but I realized that question was resonating inside. Before I jump into that, I just want to give a visual. I'm a very visual person. I learned how to learn by drawing. That's my own personal story in terms of how I fared at school. You can imagine how it might have been in schools. But a broad stroke of my journey after having come to this country for my education and pursuing my career and such. It's been a windy road, as you can see. Never been a straight line, ups and downs and curves in all turns. And it's education. After education, started off my career, and then, of course, became a mom and beautiful memories, and took many career breaks. But one thing I learned as I had the opportunity to kind of step into this motherhood, it really taught me so much about who I am beyond the mechanics of your work, right? So who I am as a human being. At that point in time, the first time I had my first child, I realized that I wanted to be the captain of my ship. I wanted to be in control, and it was just perfectly okay to say that out loud, that I want to be in control and not being driven by these expectations and milestones set by somebody else. So I made a conscious choice of not taking on any full-time jobs. I wanted to only take on, short-term contracting, consulting roles that gave me the freedom to be with my child whenever I wanted to, however long I wanted to. Which, in the big scheme of things, it may have put me back in terms of the race to the finish line career-wise, but it has lifted me up. It has shown me my inner power. And I just appreciate the opportunity to be able to do it, because not everybody also has that opportunity to do, right? But I've gone through these ups and downs. I've also had opportunities to start my own business and worked in major companies and such. Now at this point in my career, I'm at a very interesting phase where I'm learning my own strength from having been an engineer, having been an entrepreneur. I'm still an entrepreneur, but I think I'm more than an entrepreneur. And that's why I say and beyond. And that beyond is forming, it's coming. I got to figure out a word for that. But I've had the wonderful pleasure to start my own nonprofit, and I decided to really double down on my love of teaching and coaching, which I've always done since my younger days. If any of you are older siblings, you may relate to it, but I've always had to teach my sister. Whether she liked it or not, I kind of authoritatively made her sit down and impart knowledge on her, right? She's kind enough to still keep me in her good books. But that really sparked the joy of teaching. And I've realized that is something that I would love to do. Given the career job market these days, right? By the way, I quit my previous job for various reasons, because it did not align with my values and my non-negotiables, right? Who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. So hence I quit and I started my own nonprofit, and I also started teaching people because I love to teach, right? So I think this is the best point in my life where I feel like I've arrived. And now the best part is yet to come beyond after this. Um, and I'm ever thankful for this opportunity, right? To be able to discover myself. And I think it's been 1 year since I quit my job. It's been a lot of introspection. It's been like getting real with myself and asking the hard questions and doing that internal work. And I kind of put this pyramid, and this is my visual me. I always need something visual to keep myself grounded, right? So I keep saying that resiliency, innovation, empowering people, and doing that in a sustainable way is what keeps me grounded. This is my framework for me. And one other thing I realized was in the previous slide that I shared, the roller coaster ride, I realized I was looking for something in the wrong place. First of all, I didn't know what I was looking for, right? Then I was looking in the wrong place. It was not coming. And this past 1 year, I've realized I'm looking to really connect with people. I'm really looking to share the good things that I have done and really learn new things from people and truly grow. That human connection was missing in my corporate journey. And I was looking for that in my corporate work, right? And I realized I don't want to continue looking for it there. So instead, I created my own nonprofit where I get to pour my heart out, do the work there, and all the ideas that we come up with, team of volunteers, we formulate our own programs. We have the autonomy, we have the decision-making power to get the fulfillment out of it. So we're kind of working on things around driving sustainability and such. But all in all, I would say that this past 1 year has been the best year of my life, where I have figured out what I want to do and what and the courage to say no to, because I'm such a people pleaser. Uma, one of your temptations that I'm learning to really change, and that's a constant work still, right? Not there yet, but at least now I have the words. I know what they are, and I know what actions I can take.
And wear a
So
hoodie.
finally, I'll just leave you all with this thought. This is my learning thus far. And I keep repeating this, that I am the product of the best before me, around me, and within me. That three legs of that pillar, along with that triangle that I shared with you, the rise triangle, keeps me honest, gives me the compass to figure out who I am really. And I have the power of choice of taking the best forward and imbibing that into myself and passing it on forward. So that way I become the captain of my own flight. So that's my story, y'all.
Awesome. Captain of my